All right, Shalom, Yasharala. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha, Kwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. The title of this one is called, What is the Beast, the Image, and the Mark? All right. What is the beast, the image, and the mark? And we're gonna go through some breakdown. What is the beast? All right. What does it represent? What is the image? Okay, what does that represent, and what is the mark? Okay. And if you've been in this thing, you brothers who've been in this thing for a little bit, you know what the beast, the image, and the mark is. But those who are just coming in, or those who are window shopping, all right, from different camps, or you're generally curious and sincerely want to know these things. All right, you got this question in the back of your mind: what is this mark? What is the image? And what is the beast that is keep being spoken about? All right, we're gonna get into that today, Lord willing. You'll be edified. All right, I'm gonna play a video that it was a short. It's not really a whole video, but it's a short of IUIC are breaking down the image and the mark. Okay, which they believe that the mark of the beast is sin. Okay, which we tell you that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. All right, this is not medical information. We're just going into the Bible and bringing out the truth. So let's start with the beast. All right, that's the first thing we're gonna start with. Let's go to Revelation. Let's see, 13 or 12. Let's go to 13. All right, the beast from the sea. Right, Revelation 13:1, and it reads, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea." Now this is John the Revelator, all right, who was on the island of Patmos when he received these visions, okay, from an angel. And it said, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." All right, the sea represents what? Let's get Revelation 17. And what's that? 15. And it says, Revelation 17:15, "He saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues." So that's what the sea represents. All right, the sea represents the peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Okay, that's what that sea is, right? So it's, "And I stood upon the sand of the sea," right, "and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy." All right, let's get this word beast in the Greek. Okay, beast in the Greek is therion. All right, therion, and it reads, "An animal, a wild animal, wild beast." It says metaphor, definition 3, "A brutal, bestial man, savage, ferocious." See? So it's applied to a man, which, Salakia, excuse me, which the beast, it goes into different, the beast system. All right, that's what it is. This is a bestial man, which is the beast system, which represents, different, empires ruling, right? Let's see what we get down here. See what it gives us. 13. It says, under the figurative of a beast is depicted, it says anti-Christ or anti-Messiah, both his person and his kingdom and power. It says metaphorically, all right, a brutal, bestial man, savage, ferocious. And we just read that. All right. So it's applied to men, and it says in Ecclesiastes, right, 3 and what's that? Yeah, 3:18, it says, "I said in my heart concerning the state of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. See, so the sons of men, which are the heathen nations. Okay, there are three classifications of, you got the sons of God, which are represents the Israelites. Okay, the sons of men, which represents the heathen nations, like the Ishmaelites and Japheth and them. Then you got the sons of the wicked, which are Esau, Edom today. Okay, so going back, Revelation 13 and 1 again. Now let's read it again. This is, and I stood upon the sand of the sea. The sea is the what? Revelation 17 and 15, the waters, which represents the peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, right? And I saw a beast. That beast is goes to a metaphor, a bestial man, right? Savage, ferocious, rise up out of the sea, rise up out of these different nations, right? Having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. These 7 heads are what? All right, starting with the 7 heads. This started with the Greeks, okay, which is the Edomite rulership, okay, starting with the Greeks, right? The Greek Empire, then it goes to the Roman Empire. Then, after the Roman Empire, I believe it was Germania Major. I could be wrong on that. I believe it's Germania Major, Germania Minor, the French, the Spanish, and then the British. So those are the 7 heads right there, and 10 horns, right? Which back then in the Roman Empire was represents 10 vassal states, but today represents the EU, right? And it says, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Verse 2, and it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, say a leopard, right? And his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. Now that dragon represents, well, let's start with the leopard. The leopard represents the Greek Empire. Like I said, it started with the Greeks. Let's go to Daniel 7 and verse. When you read Daniel 7, it speaks about the vision of the 4 beasts, right? Which is these 4 different empires, starting with the Babylonians, the Syrian Babylonian, right? Daniel 7 and 3, and 4 great beasts came up from the sea, diverse from another. The first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. So this first was like a lion, and that represents the Babylonian Empire, right? And he had a let's get it real quick. They actually had a symbol like that. It says, what does the lion with wings Babylon mean? It says, lion with wings, meaning it is the embodiment of wisdom and power. So they had an actual symbol of that, right? You can go more into it, but I'm going to get to the point. Verse 5, it says, and behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear. This back then, this is talking about the Medes and the Persians, right? And it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said, thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. Now that represents the Medo-Persian Empire. Verse 6 is the point. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads, and dominion was given to it. Now the leopard represents the Greek Empire, right? And the head of that was Alexander the Great, which he actually wore a leopard skin, I believe. Let's get that. See, they got one right here too. All right, he had a leopard around. He got a leopard around the horse, and he was an Edomite. His father was Philip the Macedonian. Okay, which they were Edomites. Right, you see the leopard around his horse. That's that leopard, and I believe he also had a helmet made out of leopard. Let me see. If I can get that. Nah. Whoa. Yeah, let me see. I think this is it right here. That's that leopard. You know? So that's that beast in Revelation 13:1, 13:2, Salakia. Alright. After this and lo another, like a leopard, which had upon the back of it 4 wings of a fowl. The beast had also 4 heads. Those 4 heads was the 4 generals of Alexander the Great. Alright, Ptolemy, Seleucus, Cassander, and Lysimachus. I can't say his name. All right, but those are the 4 generals, and dominion was given to it. Verse 7, it says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast. Now this 4th beast is the Roman Empire, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. That represents those 10 vassal states. All right, this is the Roman Empire right here, right? Which was the time when Yahushua was born. He was born into the Roman Empire, right? Verse 8, it says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up another among them, another little horn. This is America, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. Those horns were, I got it over here. The French, right? Let me see. Yeah, the French. This was the French, the Spanish, and the British. Those are the 3 horns that are plucked up, right? They all went to America. All went to war with them for so-called freedom. You see. But going back to this, that's where the beast system started with the Greeks. Then they went into the it says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. Now the bear today represents the Russians, because the Russians, they're gonna end this beast system. That's why they're the feet. The feet are represented as the end. You can just wear a bear, real quick. If you go to Russia, their flag, I believe it's a bear on it, right? And the Greek word is arctos or arctos, and the root word of that is archeo. It says to be possessed of unfailing strength, to be strong, to suffice, to be enough to defend, ward off, to be satisfied, to contend, or to be contended, right? And they're going to defend, if you read Ezekiel 38, I don't want to get too far off, but if you read Ezekiel 38, Russia is going to defend these different nations that they, like the Persians, which is Iran, the Hamite nations, right? Cush and Ethiopia, well, that's Ethiopia today. These other nations that gather themselves together with Russia, right? So the feet, it represents the bear, which is the Russia today, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. That lion represents the British, right? And the dragon, this dragon represents the Roman Empire, which is revived through America. Okay, this is the beast system. It says, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. That's authority, right? Well, let's look at the word seat. It doesn't really matter. Let's look up seat, see what it says. Thronos. This is a throne seat, a chair. This is a chair of state having a footstool. A sign, and it says a sign in the New Testament to kings, hence kingly power or royalty, right? Metaphor to the Most High, the governor of the world. So they gave him that power and that authority. Power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. Leave of permission, physical and mental power. The power of authority, influence, and right, and of right it says and of right privilege. You see, and they have that influence on the world, man. In America today, they have a total influence on these the whole world, really. These different nations, right? It's something called Americanization. Go look that up, right? The power of rule or government, the power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to must be submitted to by others and obeyed. And there's a lot of different definitions for it, but this is a good one. Salakia. This is a good one right here. The power of authority, influence, and of right privilege. And they got that influence on the whole world. So this is the beast. This is that beast system, right here. All right, and it's through America now. It was back there. It started in Rome when they was controlled the known world at that time, but now, which is in Rome, it was Edomites ruling. That's when they fell and went to let's get Revelation 20. Okay, Satan bound. Satan is who? All right, Esau, Edom. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, right? That dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So they were through for 1,000 years, man. They couldn't do nothing. They weren't in no authority. They weren't nothing. They were just in those mountains being hooligans, right? Verse 3, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that he must be Salaki. And after that he must be loose a little season. And look at it now. They came back to their Renaissance. Renaissance means rebirth. Okay. And then you jump down to verse 7, 8. That's when this is their little season right now. We're in their little season. And it's about to be up. All right, Satan freed and doomed. Okay, and they went out to deceive the nations again. By their philosophies, by the lies, their doctrine, all types of stuff that they put out. So that's that beast. This is that beast system that we're in right now. Okay, now let's deal with the image. So we know what the beast is. What is the beast? The beast is the Roman system coming back through America. That's that beast, right? So let's deal with the image. Okay. Matter of fact, let's play that video first. See if I can find it. Because you got these different groups who say the image is the image of Cesare Borgia or Jesus Christ, which that's a part of it, but it's not. It's deeper than the image of Jesus Christ, painting him as a white man. Right, so let's look at it.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
You see that? If any man worship the beast and his image,
and receive his mark
and receive his policies
in his forehead,
or
in his hand,
or in your hand, you support it,
the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
You're gonna be punished,
which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angel and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment,
that's those of you that worship the beast and his image and receive his law, his policies, whatever it is, okay,
ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image.
Worship.
So you heard it there. Okay, which they say the mark is his policies or his sin, but we'll get to that shortly. Let's deal with the image. Okay, Revelation 13, and I'm gonna start at verse. I'm starting at verse 11. This is the beast from the earth, right? Now this beast is talking about America. Like we read in Revelation, Daniel 7 and verse 8, and it says, Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, the 2 horns like a lamb represents today are the Democrats and the Republicans. Back then, in the Roman Empire, it was the plebeians and the patricians. I think that's how you say it. The plebeians and the patricians. Verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. That deadly wound was healed, man. They came back through the Renaissance. And I want to jump up real quick. Salakia. All right. I'm going to continue in verse 3. It says, and I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. the wound that was healed was the Western Roman Empire, I should say, all right, which fell, all right, to different different things that happened. That's similar to America, Then the Eastern Roman Empire came in, the Byzantine Empire, which Jake was ruling for 1,000 years. Okay, so that the deadly wound was healed, right? The Western Roman Empire. And it says, and all the world wondered after the beast. Let's get the word. See what word that word wondered mean. Slovakia, wrong one. Wondered in the Greek, it says
Strong's G 2296, Thalmazo.
Thalmazo. It says to wonder at, marvel, to be wondered at, to be had in admiration. To wonder, by implication, to admire. Admire, having admiration, marvel, wonder. So it says, and I saw one of his heads, as it were, wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wondered, they admired after the beast. See? And that deadly wound was healed through the Renaissance, through that rebirth, coming out of those mountains, okay, and taking over the world again. Really, now this time the whole world. This they ruled the earth. In Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Verse 4, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who was like unto the beast, who was able to make war with him? See, let's get the word worship, see what it says. We're looking up a lot of words today. So it says, prove, let's play it.
Strong's G 4352, proskuneo.
Proskuneo, and it says to kiss the hand to Salakia, to kiss the hand towards one in token of reverence. So they reverence at the beast. They reverence the image, right? Now they reverence the beast, and they worship the dragon, which gave the power unto the beast, the system, and they worship the beast, saying, who was like unto the beast, who was able to make war with him. See, I'm gonna jump down to verse. Now let's jump down to verse 11. Back in Revelation 13:11, I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon, and he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. That first beast was who? The Roman Empire. Okay, whose deadly wound was healed, which came back through the what? The Renaissance, the rebirth, through America, right? Verse 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now he did that by what? Creating that the atomic bomb and using it on the I think it was called Big Boy or Fat Man, something like that. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. That was a miracle, right? Which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image, right, of the beast should be killed. You see? So what's this image that I keep talking about? Well, let's go over here. Okay. Similarities between the current American society and ancient Rome. This is the image. Okay. It says, this is from medium.com. The Roman Republic may have fallen, but her influence lives on through the heartbeat of the United States of America. These words were inspired by the visible reflection of ancient Rome on the present American society. Even though several similarities exist between the two nations, this article discusses similarities in government, culture, and infrastructure between the two societies. Ancient Rome and present-day America share similar systems of government. When constructing the new government of the founding fathers of America looked to Rome for inspiration. It says, They drafted the three branches of government just like the threefold system of government used by the ancient Romans, which I can pull that up. All right, this is the Rome branches of government I looked up. It says the Roman Republic had three branches of government: the magistrates, the Senate, and the assemblies. It said the magistrates elected officials who controlled the government, military, and justice system. The Senate, a powerful body of 300 members that advised Roman leaders, and assemblies, a direct democracy where ordinary citizens cast ballots to pass legislation. See? Now let's see what the Senate today. The U.S. Senate and the House of Representatives make up the two chambers of Congress. The Senate has the Senate has 100 members, right? 2 from each state, which are elected to serve for a term of 6 years. Okay, how many members are in the Senate? The Senate is composed of 100 senators, 2 for each state, so they got 100. All right, but in the three branches of American government. The legislative, the executive, and judicial. The legislative make laws, the executive enforces laws, and judicial interprets laws. And you go more into that if you want. Okay? But this is the image of the beast. Okay? The system, that's what it is. The American system is the image of the beast, which really is the Roman system. It says, let me see. Let's keep going. It says both societies also have similar justice system, right, that provides a set of rules and procedures that guide the activities of citizens. Moreover, both systems of government had Senate arms that converted policies into laws and discussed pertinent state-related matters. It says another interesting feature in both societies are the similarities in cultures. These similarities range from formal education in classrooms, use of the Roman alphabet as writing system, libraries as their cultural gathering place, communication by letters, newspapers, signposts in centers of towns, mail system, to freedom of worship and affiliations. Both societies also absorb diverse cultures from far and wide. Nonetheless, in recent times, the modern-day American society has also become more liberal, like the Romans were, in terms of sexuality and freedom of choice. So it could be whatever you want to be. You could be a Mo, you can like women, you can like men, right? It says, finally, both societies have similarities in style and organization of infrastructure. And that's clearly, you can see, look at the White House. Okay? Clearly just like, look at that. Okay? Not only that, but you got the stadiums, all right? The streets. Finally, both societies have similarities in style and organization of infrastructure. The Romans built thousands of miles of road networks, such that all roads lead to Rome. It says other facilities included tunnels to transport water, diverge rivers, open mountains to roads, and even underwater tunnels. Bridges through the use of arches, water systems with piping supply citizens and draining the used water, and massive buildings like stadia, coliseums for entertainment. Similar, albeit more advanced and modern infrastructures have permeated the nook and crannies of America, reflecting the similarities of infrastructural ideals. It's in conclusion, the similarities that today's American society share with ancient Rome are enormous. However, the short article only highlights similarities in government, culture, and infrastructure. And there's more that you can go into. Before they named it Washington, D.C., it was called Rome, Maryland. You can look that up. There's nothing we make. Let's get it real quick. Rome, Maryland. See, Washington was originally named Rome, Maryland. You can go into it. Okay, but this is the image. It's deeper than the image of Jesus Christ. Okay, the image is the system. Okay, the image is the system. All right. So Reading it again, verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So the image is what? The system. So you don't worship the system. If you don't bow down to the system, you'll be killed, or you'll be separated, because that's what it also goes into. You'll be ostracized from society. Okay, that word "killed." Let's get that word "image" real quick. See what it means. Image.
Strong's G 1504. Icon. Icon.
Iconus is an image, figure, likeness, an image of the things, the heavenly things, used of the moral likeness of renewed men to the Most High. Okay. Look at this. Applied to man on account of his power of command. You know. Look, representation, resemblance, image. And what does America resemble? Rome. Okay. So that's the image. That's the image. So the beast is what? The beast is the started with the Greeks, and then it went to the Romans, right? So that's that beast, which came through America, right? So that the beast is the Roman Empire, right? The image is the system. Now what's the mark? Okay, the mark. We can get rid of that now. The mark is the what? The RFID chip, the RFID chip. Let's read it. Okay, Revelation 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Let's get that word mark in the Greek and look it up, because that's what we do over here. We look up words. Okay, charagma. That's the word charagma. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark. Okay, now this clearly tells you it's physical. Okay, you get the word imprinted, and it says impress or stamp a mark or outline on the surface or body. Okay, imprint, fixed, stamp. Okay, so it's a physical. It says down here a scratch or etching, i.e., stamp as a badge of servitude or sculpture figure, graven mark. So it's physical. This can't be spiritual. It can't be policies. It can't be sin. Okay, this is a physical mark that's gonna go to your hand or your forehead. Okay. So it says, and that no man might buy or sell. It's dealing with buying and selling. How you buy and sell it with sin or policies, right? As a matter of fact, let's go into it. Let's get the word. Is it buy? Yeah, buy. It says to be in the market, to be in the marketplace, to attend it, to do business there, buy or sell. See? It says to purchase, especially to redeem. You see? So you're going in to purchase things, what? Food, stuff for the house, your child, your children, water, whatever, groceries. So you're doing there to do business. You're doing there to buy, or you're going out to the market to sell things. So dealing with buying and selling, right? Let's see. Does it sell? Yeah, and sell just means, to barter, to sell, sellers. All right, to be busy, to trade. See? And in order to trade, you're going to have that implant in your hand, man. Okay, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. You see? And don't get bugged out over, because you got also IUIC and other Israelite groups. They go into different scriptures that have the word mark in it, not knowing that they have different meanings. Okay, like for example, let's go to Ezekiel 9 and 4, and it says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the city. Right? This word mark in the Hebrew, this is Hebrew, right? This is the Old Testament, so it's the Hebrew. Okay. Mark, and this is thawa. Okay, it's thawa, and it says desire mark. Mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. That's what that means. It doesn't have to. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with the mark of the beast. Okay, so it has the same word, but it means different. It's a different meaning to it. Okay, let's get another one. Now this one, Leviticus, I think it's 19 and 28, or is it? Yeah, Leviticus 19:28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord. Now this word marks, this would be the closest to Revelation 13 and 16. Because why? You're cutting your flesh. They will have to do that to implant the C-hip in you. Okay, which is going against the law, man. It's going against the scriptures. Okay, you're not supposed to cut yourself, for any reason. Now some brothers, they had to get surgery. Like myself, I got surgery when I was younger. But if you willingly just go and get, cuttings on yourself, you sinning, man. And the Hebrew word is kwai. It says an incision, imprintment, tattoo, mark. You look the word incision up. It means a surgical cut made in skin or flesh. You see, a surgical cut. And they have to do when they put that C-hip in you, they're making a surgical cut. Okay? So you can buy and sell. So you can be part of society. That's what you're doing. But this will be now let me say this. This doesn't mean it's, this will be the closest to Revelation 13 and 16. But, it's although you're making a cut in your flesh, it'll be the closest to it. Let's get one in the New Testament. Let's get Romans 16. Okay. And 17, it says, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. Look at that word, mark. This is in the Greek. Romans 16:17. In the Greek word, what? Scopeo. The Greek word scopeo means what? To look at, observe, contemplate. Okay, to fix one's eyes upon. Okay, directs one's attention to. Meaning what? You're setting you're marking somebody who's going off in doctrine. Like we do with these other Israelites. They're going off on the mark of the beast. We call them out. We set a mark upon them and warn the flock about them. See? Let's get one more. I think it's one in Ephesians that I've seen. No, it's Philippians. Philippians 3. And is it this one? Yeah. Philippians 3 and 17, it says, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have for us as a Salakia. Brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. Get that word mark again. Same word, scopeo. Okay, scopeo. Let's get this one up here in verse 14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of the Most High in Yahweh Shai. Let's get this word. See what the mark in this one is skopas. It's an observer, a watchman. The distinct mark looked at, the goal or the or end one has in view. So Paul had a mark, a goal in his mind. Okay. It says yeah. So they'll go to different scriptures that have the word mark in it, but they'll mean it'll be a totally different meaning to it. You see, so don't get caught up like that. That's why you gotta go into your words, man. Okay, but Really, that was all. That was it. You know, what is the beast? The beast is what? The Roman Empire revived through America. The image is the system, okay? As you saw, the infrastructure that they got, the the government they set up, and many other different things. You know, the entertainment, the malls, the fast food, all. There's many other examples. And the mark is the MOTB, the RFID chip. Okay, so Lord Williams was edifying. We don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chag Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teacher Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you was edified. To next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.